In this video, we are going to be doing some live online arbitrage sourcing for my Amazon FBA business, going over 6 products that I found that can be resold onto Amazon for a profit. We are going to be looking at how I found these products, what I was analyzing when I was making my buying decisions, and how you can start finding products just like this so that you can take your Amazon arbitrage business to the next level. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, I'm Daniel and I'm a 27-year-old full-time Amazon retail and online arbitrage seller going on 4 years now, which has allowed me to do over $1 million in revenue every year, profiting more than 80% of Americans without ever working a traditional 9-to-5 in my life. I've also built a 100% free Amazon community with one goal in mind, and that is providing more value than any other Amazon group or community. And I have to say the members have been blown away, so if you have not already done so, join the 100% free Amazon community, linked both in the description below along with on my page. You'll be glad you did so. Now that all of that is out of the way, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos, and let's dive into 6 winning online arbitrage products that you can buy to resell onto Amazon and make some money. So here on this website, we can buy this eyeliner in the shade of Lovesick for $20.70 when we subscribe, and we can also get 10% off down here by signing up for the reward program. But over on Amazon, we see that the same eyeliner is actually selling for $41.02. So when we input our buy cost of $20.70, you see that we're going to profit $10.68 with each one we sell, while this item also is ranked in the top 2%. So we're going to scroll down to Keepa here, and when we scroll into Keepa here, you can see that the offer count has recently rose, but in addition to that, that has also caused the BSR to drop, which means the item is selling faster. So we're going to zoom in on Keepa here, and when we do so, we can see that this item is actually selling. The sales rank is staying pretty steady, and oftentimes this item is ranked around 100,000 in beauty and personal care, which means that this item is selling pretty quickly. And the offer count, even though it did rise recently, if we input our buy cost of $20.70, we're still going to profit around 52% return on our investment. And scrolling back down to Keepa, if we click in the data here and then buy box statistics, you can see that the buy box is rotating on this item, even though this seller is winning the buy box about 20% of the time and this seller is winning the buy box about 20% of the time. But we could still generate a few sales on this listing. So although it's not an item we would want to buy hundreds of, this is an item we could buy 5 or 10 of and make an additional $50 to $100 every month. So there is no reason to leave this item behind. This is definitely an item we could buy to resell onto Amazon and make a few bucks. So here on ToyWiz, we can buy this action figure for $130, but over on Amazon, we see that the same action figure actually doesn't have a buy box right now, but when we click into see all buying options, you see that the low price right now is actually $260. So when we input our buy cost of $135 here, because I'm going to estimate around $5 for tax, you can see that we're going to profit around $72 with each one we sell. So scrolling down to Keepa here, we're just going to analyze this product a little bit, and you can see that the sales rank has recently dropped to around 180,000 in toys and games, which means this item is selling a little bit slower. Typically, I like to stay around 100,000 or below when I am sourcing BSRs, but this item is still selling on Amazon, and you can tell that the offer count is not rising very much. In fact, it's actually going down and has never reached over 8 sellers. So this is an item that is selling on Amazon, but you can see that the new third-party FBA offer did recently go up here, which made the sales rank go up also. So we would probably have a better chance of selling this item around $220, which if we did so using SellerAmp, if we change our sell cost to $220, you can see that we'll still be profiting around 30% ROI or $40 profit. So when we scroll back down to Keepa and click on data here just to look at a few more things, we're going to see that the buy box does actually rotate here. So this is an item we could get sales on. This seller won the buy box 5 days ago. This seller won the buy box 1 day ago. And when we look back at the offers and the product details, you can see that this item has been holding steady for the last 30 days under 200,000 in toys and games. So again, this item would be a little bit slower of a seller, but with only 8 sellers on the listing at its peak, this product definitely has some attributes of what you want to be looking for when you are sourcing products to resell onto Amazon. So here on Target, we can buy this replacement blade for $4.29, and over on Amazon, we see that a 2-pack of the same blade is selling for $19.94. So when we input our buy cost of $8.58, you see that that we're going to profit around $5 with each one we sell, but this shows that it's only estimated to sell 8 times a month. So we're going to scroll down to Keepa here, and you can see that this item is ranked in arch craft and sewing. So right away, we do know that it is selling a little bit slower, but when we look at the offer count here, you can see that it never goes over 9 sellers really. Over here, it did go to 12 in April for a little bit, but even then the buy box did hold steady. So again, this item is in arts and sewing, so it is going to sell a little bit slower than something like toys and games, but again, we're going to profit around $5 with each one we sell. And clicking into data, we want to check on the buy box statistics to make sure that they are rotating. And you can see actually here that this seller is holding the buy box 51% of the time. But even when that is the case, this seller just won the buy box. This seller won the buy box 1 day ago. So other sellers are still getting sells on this item. So again, this is an item we could buy from Target for $8.29 in the 2-pack and then sell on Amazon for $19.94, which would leave us around a 60% return on our investment or just over $5 net profit. So here on Walmart, we can buy this Star Wars action figure for $18.38, but going over to Amazon, we can see that this action figure is actually selling for $33.75. So when we input our buy cost of $18.38, you see that we're going to be left with a $5.20 profit with each one we sell, while this item is also ranked in the top 2% of toys and games. So scrolling down to Keepa here, you're going to see that the sales rank does vary a little bit, but oftentimes it is right around 100,000, and that the new offer count does hold steady. But when we click into data here to see the buy box statistics, what we're going to see is that this seller Toy Planet actually has the buy box 100% of the time. So when we scroll up here, you can see that Toy Planet has the buy box 100% of the time with 89 in stock. And when we click into these other sellers here, you can see that they also have some stock. But essentially, this seller is holding the buy box 100% of the time on this listing. So although we can buy this from Walmart for $18.38 and it looks like it could sell on Amazon for a profit, this is actually an item we would want to avoid buying to resell onto Amazon. And if you were to make this mistake, you would end up with this product for a really long time. It would take you forever to sell if you were even able to ever sell it. So make sure you are looking at Keepa buy box statistics when you are sourcing items. It can save you a lot of money. So here we can buy this body butter for $45 in the 1.7 ounce. And over on Amazon, we see that the 1.7 ounce is also selling for $73.26 while also being ranked in the top 1%. Which is going to leave us around a $12.30 profit or 30% return on our investment with each one we sell. So when we scroll down to Keepa here, we're going to see that this item is holding very steady while the offer count is actually on a decline, which is great to see on an Amazon Keepa graph. And the sales rank is also holding steady, although it's going up a little bit here. When we scroll into the last little bit here, you can see that this item is definitely selling consistently. Even if we have to sell this for around $66, $70, if we change our sell cost here to $66, which I would assume is the worst case scenario, we're still going to profit $6 with each one we sell, which is only around a 15% return on our investment. But this is what I call low-hanging fruit. A lot of Amazon sellers would leave an item like this behind, but if you have the bankroll to buy items like this, meaning that you can actually hold this item a little bit longer or accept a little bit less of a return on your investment, there is no reason to not buy this item. And scrolling down to Keepa here, when we look at the data, you can see that the current 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day average of this DSR is holding steady, along with the buy box actually rotating. So again, there is no reason to not buy this item to resell onto Amazon. You can make some really good money selling items just like this. Again, I call this low-hanging fruit because a lot of Amazon sellers would leave items like this behind. So with our last example here, we can buy this item over here for $25.30. And over on Amazon, we see that the buy box is $44.40, which shows it's going to leave us around a $13 profit with each one we sell. But looking at the BSR, you can see that this is in the top 3%. So we're definitely going to want to check Keepa on this and see what's going on. So checking off some of this stuff so that we can just look at health and beauty, we're going to get rid of all of this different stuff on the Keepa graph. And you can see that this item is selling, although it is selling a little bit slower. The offer count is holding pretty steady, meaning that a lot of sellers aren't coming on this listing. But again, this item is not selling very fast, although it is still selling. So it could be something you could maybe sell about 5 of a month. But again, when you're looking at this, this is definitely not something that's selling super fast. So this is not something you would want to buy a ton of, although this is something you could still generate some healthy sales with. Hopefully this video gave you better insights of how I make Amazon buying decisions and what I look at when I'm analyzing a Keepa graph, and will help you make some more money here in the future. If you found any value in today's video and you have not already done so, please go ahead and join the 100% free Amazon community, link both in the description below along with on my page. And in addition to that, if you could please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. It would help me so much more than you ever know, and I'll see you guys next time.